welcome to the Carla Marie Anthony Show. My name is Anthony.
I'm Carla Marie.
And as you saw on that trivia screen, or maybe you saw us talking about it heard us talking about it the other day, we do have a big announcement. It is currently 8:07 on the West Coast.
Okay.
We did hit level 5. We announced that the announcement would be at 8:10. So do you think we can get our hype train drink done, Carla Marie?
Don't rush me.
Before 8:10. That is the question.
Well, technically before 8:11, because we'd have to do the announcement in the 8:10 minute spot.
Yes.
Okay, so you can see it on the screen. I'm so excited. I haven't even had a drink yet. We are drinking 10-1 rum today, and this rum is actually co-founded by Ciara,
which is pretty cool.
Yes. The also CEO of the company is Mark Farrell, and I found some fun facts about him that I will share in a second. But the whole point of this rum, and I'm going to make like an actual drink, so bear with me, is it's not your spring break rum. And like when we think, that's a hibiscus flower in there.
Oh. Okay.
When we think about rum, we think like island, and
Yeah.
it's got to be in a frozen drink, or it's what I had in college. And the whole point of 10-1 rum is like, no, you can have this chilled when you get home from work, or something super fun to have as a celebration. So I am making, I'm actually going to get the name of it, but this will have some wine also in it.
Okay.
Okay.
Double up.
I got a measuring cup because I measured the shot glasses we have been drinking.
And
they are 2 ounces, and a shot is 1.
whatever.
That is why I have been extra struggling every morning.
All right,
This
so
is my
it's
first time
Is it
smelling
one
it.
shot of gin?
Yes,
Or I'm
1
sorry,
ounce.
of rum?
1 ounce. Oh, you're going to get 1.5.
That's fine. I think I can handle it.
Now I'm just supposed to top with wine. But I'm going to double check my recipe card. And we can share this recipe in here from Seattle Cocktail Club. I want to make sure. Oh, yeah, to top. This is called a hibiscus cocktail. That's it.
This will be great because you'll finish the drinks right as we get ready for the big announcement.
What if I go extra slow right now?
You shouldn't at all because people are here for an announcement.
Ooh, it turned a little pink. We're going to do a little more of that.
It smells good,
It smells so good. I know. I don't know.
which I normally don't say about drinks.
Or rum, period.
It's got to be the hibiscus. Although I heard someone on TikTok the other day pronounce it hibiscus, like a hibiscus tea, and now I'm very torn. Like, what is the actual pronunciation of the flower?
I don't know. As someone who has it tattooed on my hip, I
should probably know then. All right, well, thank you, not only to 10-1 rum, obviously, for supplying the alcohol today, but to everyone who got us through Hype Train Level 5 with your cheers, your subscriptions, your gifted subscriptions, all of that good stuff follows. Thank you very much.
Fam.
Cheers to you.
Cheers to the bartender. You didn't hit it.
You're the bartender. I just toasted you.
Oh, my God. A drink that I like.
You know what? I think this drink leads us right into the announcement perfectly, Carla Marie. We're festive. We're drinking, hanging out amongst friends, but
Wow,
I know I did say we were going to have the announcement right at 8:10, and it is 8:10 on the West Coast, but we couldn't do the announcement without including a couple of our friends. So before we do anything, everyone say hello.
Hi.
Usually known as the Content Club, we have Jake and Erica and Ricky and John, and I am Anthony.
I'm Carla Marie, and we will all be at Cocktail District for Seattle Cocktail Week.
Woo!
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Guys,
So this will be the first time we are all together since we went to Casa de Erica's grandparents.
Yep.
Which
Yeah.
they
7
sold
months
to
ago.
another cartel now, right?
I'm not going to
Okay.
confirm or deny the cartel, but they did sell the house.
It wasn't really a sale. It was more of a hostile takeover by another cartel.
Again,
That's
no,
how
that
no confirming or denying. However, I'm excited to
So
see you
this
guys.
trip, we'll be here. We're going to be hosting at Seattle Cocktail District. It is my birthday, which is super exciting, but you guys are all staying here. So we're going to go from living in Erica's grandparents' mansion to my townhome
So
with 4 cats.
With 4 kids and 4 cats.
Jake will be joining us from Ricky's going to be coming over from Nashville, and then Erica and John will be flying up from LA.
Yep.
So obviously we're all going to be hanging out. Social media is going to be phenomenal, but we're going to be at Cocktail District,
Yes.
and everyone can show up to Cocktail District. That's
Yes.
the best part about it.
Yeah.
And because I don't pay attention or read emails, what are we doing at Cocktail District, Carla Marie?
We're going to be hosting things on stage. So we'll be
Okay.
introducing like performances, stuff like that. Jake, I hope you still remember how to like do things like that.
Hardly.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to read my book again, but I'll figure it out.
I think
I'll
I'm
give
the
you
one
some
you guys should be
pointers.
more worried about. I feel like Jake has this handled. I'm like, ooh, someone handed me a microphone.
Jake, can you bring your drone?
Don't do that
Yeah,
voice.
of course.
Okay, good. Jake's gonna bring his drone. I think we're starting the day with a champagne or mimosa toast.
Best way to
Oh,
start
let's
any
go.
day.
Oh,
Like
I'm not
10:30
okay.
a.m. It's like super early. Don't quote me yet. The link will have everything.
And then so we have the champagne toast,
Yeah.
and then what?
There's more drinking.
Okay.
Lots more drinking. Little like things to do, and I think there might be a birthday cake for me. Rumor has it.
oh,
There better be a birthday cake.
Am I the one saying that? I feel like you're supposed to say that.
I told you I don't read emails.
Okay.
So.
So they're gonna get us a little bit drunk and then tell us to introduce things. This is gonna be great.
Also, guys, it's right on the pier. Like we're gonna be on the Puget Sound.
So
It's-
oh,
fun.
that's so cool.
I don't know what that means.
Oh,
So I'm
Erica,
excited to
you gotta
see it.
ruin everything. All the
I just-
good moments.
I
Well-
texted Carla Marie and said, "What should I wear?" Because I'm already planning outfits. And she couldn't tell me about the weather, so we're gonna wing it.
All I want to know
Can't
is,
help you.
John,
Could
are
be
you going to
anything.
bring those goggles for the champagne toast? They're behind you.
Yes.
I think you should
Wait,
pretend
I have a
you're
nice-
taking these
I have
in,
a really
like,
nice "You Look Great" sweatshirt. Can I bring that?
Sure.
Yeah, that you look great gear is not only allowed, it is
Encouraged.
encouraged.
I
Well,
Nice. Okay.
I think I'm getting a gold sequin duster because I have to look obnoxious on my birthday.
I support
Wow.
you.
So when do you guys all get in? Have you booked your tickets and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Jake first. When do you get in?
Hold on, I have to check my calendar.
I get it right.
I get in at 5:38 p.m. on
On Thursday.
March 3rd. Yeah.
Oh,
March-
you're here for what? 3-4 full days? No, Thursday,
Bad
Friday,
math.
Saturday,
All
Sunday.
day Friday,
I'm
all
ready-
day Saturday.
Jake Thursday. Okay.
And then Erica, when do you come in?
I believe I'm also coming in around 5 p.m. on Thursday night. I'm taking a day off work, hopefully, for this.
Ricky, what about you?
I come in Thursday night, but I don't remember what time. I think like late, like
Yeah,
8
you
or
were
9
at-
p.m.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then
Because
John
your girls
Friday.
still gotta work.
Major
Thursday.
FOMO. I don't come till Friday.
Well, we're gonna have so much fun.
I'll
on
come for
Thursday.
you.
Oh my God.
We're gonna get all the
Those
fun out of the way on
two.
Thursday.
I do not want Jake and John back in the same room again. That's all I'm saying.
wait.
Either.
What
It's gonna be
do you
great.
do without John? All of them?
No.
Oh, should we do karaoke on Thursday instead of Friday?
Yeah, let's do it,
Guys.
John.
Guys, come on. What are we doing?
No,
This is not allowed.
You guys all join
Absolutely
us.
not.
Announcement obviously is anyone can buy tickets to Cocktail District. Erica seems like she has something important to say, or she wants
Also, a very, very groundbreaking moment is going to happen because John and I are going to meet the cats named after us.
Oh, that's
We're
so
gonna meet
exciting.
On an
So
air,
I'm
it's
excited.
the most confusing weekend of all of our lives.
Yeah,
Can we bring the cats to the Cocktail District?
Sure.
in the backpack.
Wait, can we get them cute little harnesses and leashes and
They
I'll
got
carry
'em
them in like a little backpack? You know, little backpacks where they have like a spaceship and there's a little window.
You said
in
it like she doesn't already have one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
she has all of those things.
Every carrying case, harness, toy, whatever you want for the cat, she's got 'em.
Snack, bed,
One more time before we let everyone go.
tree.
Remember that if you want to join us at Cocktail District, type in exclamation point, the word cocktail. If you are watching us live on Twitch, if you are watching on YouTube later on, the link is in the description below. We'll see you guys later.
Can't wait.
Yeah, I can't wait.
So, as you can see, first off, I know a lot of people in the chat were like, was this pre-recorded? It
Yeah.
changed very quickly.
Yeah, we're
Yes.
not trying to trick you.
John and Erica and Ricky and Jake all have jobs, so we had to record this at a different time. We'll give you all the information for Cocktail District. It is happening here in Seattle on March 5th.
It's not triggering the link. Just a heads up. It's triggering the information, just not the link.
All right, let me
Okay,
edit that.
so we're going to actually show you how to get your special Carla Marie Anthony show ticket. So we will show you on screen because there's like a secret menu that regular people can't access or even see when they're on the website. You'll be the only people that have the option to buy either of these tickets. So we'll explain that in a second, and we'll show you. It is on March 5th, which is my birthday. It is a Saturday, and it is a whole day of events. Okay, there you go. That's how you get your ticket to Seattle Cocktail District, but we're going to show you in a second.
Okay. I think we should toast one more time.
Yeah, because the best
Cheers.
thing ever. So it will be a fun day. All 6 of us will be hosting stage announcements together. And then also there will be events that we'll be a part of. Like we said, we're kicking off with a champagne toast. Like that's literally how the morning starts. And then at another point, there will be a birthday cake for me.
Kicking off the show with a champagne toast is the most Carla Marie Anthony show thing we could do since we drink every morning.
Yeah.
That works.
Fun fact, though, if you're not from here and you're like, damn, I would love to go to that, Alaska Airlines is doing 10% off of flights, I believe, in and or out of Seattle right now.
Okay.
If you use Kraken 10.
All right. Well, hopefully it's to Seattle, not just leaving Seattle.
I believe it works for both. So try it. But okay. So this is how you will buy your tickets.
Let me bring the screen up here.
Once you go to the website. Okay. There it is. Anthony, can you go to buy a ticket?
Buy a ticket.
And when you scroll down, is that Cocktail District? I couldn't see you scroll too fast. Yes. Okay, get tickets. Scroll down again. Go to, get tickets on the right.
Okay.
So this is obvious. I shouldn't have to tell you how to do this part. But now when you scroll down, you can't see our tickets there. Click have an access key.
Right over here.
Yep.
Just going to give everyone a chance to take a look at it. It's right above the continue button.
And that access key is CMA. And we'll probably do an exclamation of this somewhere. Okay. Now when you scroll up again, you should have the option. It's not there. You might have to refresh. I saw it. Go back up.
Oh.
See, they unlocked.
Oh, there we go.
Session 1, Carla Marie Anthony ticket. Session 2, Carla Marie Anthony ticket.
Okay.
So what that does, it's basically a VIP ticket, but discounted essentially. And it gets you into things that a regular ticket won't get you into.
You're going to buy 50 tickets of each.
What the fuck did you just do?
I bought 50 tickets of each one.
Scared me. So session 1 obviously is the earlier part of the day, and session 2 is obviously the later part of the day. Okay, you're giving me anxiety that you're going to accident. At least we know the people that can refund us.
I'm not buying 50 tickets. Don't worry.
So
again, make sure you go down here to where it'll ask you if you have an access key. Once you do click that, it'll give you an option to type in CMA, and then you'll scroll back up. How do I get out of this page? There we go.
Okay, someone said it's a really tough setting to read with your screen.
Oh, because the screen is much smaller. You know what?
Okay, so
here's what I can do. Give me one moment.
Yes, we will be sending out a newsletter with this information. I can do that. Maybe not after this, but it will go. You should be I don't want to say don't rush to buy them because tickets can sell out and will sell out for this event, but
so I'm going
I will
get
send
tickets.
a newsletter.
I'm going to go down to have an access key. Hopefully, since the screen is larger, you can see it now. Have an access key.
Not
CMA.
discount code. Access key for the secret menu.
And now you'll scroll back up, and you should see Carla Marie Anthony ticket for the different sessions. And that's it.
So the morning session has the champagne toast, and the later session will have the birthday cake.
Almost played the video again. There we go. Now we're back.
Yeah, we recorded that on Monday.
I believe so, yeah.
And we are when I tell you we are so excited, the last time we've all been together was in May. So not only are we all going to get to be together, but you'll get to be there with us this time and hanging out and doing all the fun things.
Yeah, and I'm excited not only because this is a really cool event and it's been 2 years in the making since the pandemic shut everything down. But there is going to be a lot going on at the event. And then to have 4 of our best friends fly in and enjoy the day with us is going to be a really good time.
All of the info for the tickets are on there. So when you click get info, it'll tell you the times. It'll tell you everything. I don't want to bore you with this is the time that each event starts because there's 50 events that day. But just so that you know, the code CMA will unlock the special tickets. That is a fast pass ticket to get into the event. And also, you'll get to be there with 30 minutes early, like before
And just,
it even starts for the champagne toast.
Cool. And if you have any other questions, you can always DM us. I am at I'm at Worst Anthony on Instagram, Carla Marie.
The Carla Marie.
Or reach out to Seattle Cocktail Club, which is Seattle Cocktail Club _ on Instagram.
You know what? I'm going to post this to Instagram today and be like, hey, Sierra, we had your rum on the show today. Can you come to Seattle Cocktail District? Also, I would love to show you the cheer routine that I did senior year of high school to your song.
You know what? I don't think she's interested in seeing that.
But if she was.
But.
And then, like, she came on stage and was like, hey, everybody, thanks for drinking my rum. Because you're drinking 10-to-1 rum, I'm going to show you how to do a dance. And then we all learn a TikTok dance on stage with Sierra.
I don't think that's how owning or being part of a rum company works.
She lives here.
Yeah, no. Okay, well, I don't know why you're yelling either. Let's see. DMora88, thank you very much for the subscription. Subscribed for 14 months. And I saw we had a first-time chat from Nellie Nels from Connecticut. And I don't want to let this go because Nellie said it was their birthday.
Oh, my God.
And I think this is the right button. There we go. We'll play. Oh, can we play this song live at Cocktail District?
How did I not think about that? Wait, stop. It'll be the first time it was ever played in an event.
Cheers, Nelly. Enjoy your birthday.
Never performed that.
Actually, weirdly enough, I don't know if it's just listening to that song a lot or whatever is going on in my brain. Maybe I'm missing home. I've been on like an Arabic music kick for the past week and a half. Like, literally, if you see me working out at LA Fitness in Ballard over here, I'm not listening to Rage Against the Machine. I'm not listening to, like, heavy hip-hop. I am listening to Arabic music that I barely even understand, honestly, in my headphones. And it's been, like, getting me through.
Like, does it make you, like, excited? Or are you like, oh, I am Arabic, so I have to lift a lot of weight? Like...
It's really just me. It does give me a lot of energy because I'm picking like the upbeat Arabic songs.
Yeah.
Nothing like really slow.
Okay.
But I had my cousins and my brothers on a text message yesterday, and I'm starting to build like an Arabic music playlist on Spotify. And it's actually
you should share it with the class.
Well, once it's not complete yet. There's only like 12 songs on it. That's not a shareable.
More than 12 songs.
There's millions of Arabic. I don't know, millions. There's a lot of Arabic songs. I've got to add that song. Thank you, Martha.
What song?
I'm not going to sing it because I'll butcher it.
What's it called?
She wrote Shik Shack Shook, which is like what it sounds like at least.
Is that like the Arabic twist and shout?
I don't know. We don't have a lot, like, there's line dancing in Arabic in terms of like the
Mama
debka that you would do.
That's your mom. She said, I'll send you the one I like.
Oh, yeah, you can send me that too, Mom. Thanks. But I've been just listening to a bunch of Arabic music. Okay. And then French Montana, who's the rapper that everyone knows, is Moroccan originally.
Okay.
And he has a couple songs with Arabic artists as well. So I put him on like my hip hop workout playlist because he has one or two songs where he either like sings a little bit in Arabic or whatever. So
wait, I love like seeing your cousin Michelle just said it's the belly dancing song. Can you belly
that one? No, I can't belly dance. I can't.
I can't.
But a lot of the women in my family can.
That's cool.
Let's see.
What is Jay-Z song? Samples?
Big Pimpin'.
What does it sample?
It samples, an Arabic song. I think it was Egyptian.
Your mom said, "Oh, you can," and I don't know if she's talking about you or me belly dancing, but sure hope it's you.
No, I can't.
Well, we know it ain't me. Oh my God. Let's get belly dancers at Seattle Cocktail District.
You know people. You can ask them.
Who? Seattle Cocktail District or belly dancers? Remember we were at...
So it looks like the song is Kashada Kashada. Which
not spelled how it sounds.
Yeah. Which appeared in the 1960 film Fata Almi. Nope. But yeah, that's the name of the song.
Okay. And Jay-Z only had to pay how much to use it? $100,000.
Is that what it says?
Yeah.
$100,000. That's
nuts.
I mean, for a song that came out in the 60s, though, I'm sure that person wasn't really rolling in the dough. $100,000 is a lot of money.
I can't wait until we get a bill from the people singing the birthday song.
Yeah, that would be unfortunate.
I would love
But
to.
isn't it like, doesn't everyone have access to the birthday song? Oh, no, Michael Jackson owns the birthday song, doesn't he? Or something like that's the reason that restaurants don't actually sing happy birthday. Like, because the rights are owned by someone.
Yeah, but like when I go to an Italian restaurant in New Jersey, they sing happy birthday.
Yeah, they don't really care.
Erica said, Carla Marie, let's teach the boys how to belly dance for Cocktail District. Yeah, but who is let's?
I don't trust that Erica or Carla Marie can belly dance or teach belly dancing. So I was just told by It's Meg Not Megan in the chat that an old lady owned the birthday song, but she died and now it's free. So anyone can sing happy birthday now? Like without being, taxed or charged for it? Let's see. It's been 75 years since the writer died? Huh.
Yeah, I don't know that we need any classes about...
Well, you're teaching a virtual class today with Seattle Cocktail Week.
Not belly dancing. It's literally how to glue moss into a frame and make a drink.
Why don't you do moss and belly dancing? You could take all the moss, make a little skirt out of it, and then shake your hips and do belly dancing.
Okay.
There are things we want to talk about. Obviously, you can see on the list on the screen. We did get the big announcement of 2020, the first big announcement. We have other ones that are even more accessible to everybody else, not just the people who are in Seattle or who can get to Seattle. If you're watching this on YouTube, the link for Seattle Cocktail District will be in the description of this podcast, so check that out.
You said 2020?
Did I say 2020? 2022. Still not used to saying it, I guess.
Okay, okay, Joe Biden.
The other thing we've got to talk about is the Carla Marie Anthony show, which you are now watching on Twitch or maybe on YouTube, celebrated officially 6 years yesterday.
Yep.
Now, you might be thinking, well, the podcast is older than that, but the podcast was My Day Friday with Anthony and Carla Marie. Okay, number one. But the Carla Marie Anthony show as its own entity, because again, My Day Friday was part of Elvis's show, as its own entity, celebrated its 6th birthday yesterday.
We didn't even realize.
Completely forgot about it until one of our old program directors, who we love, Justin, sent us a video of us popping champagne on our first birthday.
Yeah. Justin, who has since left radio to become a pilot.
Yeah, you might hear him on an Alaska or Horizon Airlines flight at some point in the near future, hopefully.
Ironically enough, just thinking about him because I was texting with Ricky and Erica, who will be here for Seattle Cocktail District, because Ricky sent a really great TikTok of two women flying a plane, and it was like searching on a search to find men where men get the audacity. It was like one of those, but they were literally flying.
Okay.
It was like one of the jokes of like looking on a quest to find where men get the audacity.
Okay. Wow.
And I was telling them how I've never had a female pilot. We've talked about that a bunch. And I started thinking about our old program director, Justin, who literally was just like, I'm out of radio. I'm going to do the complete opposite thing and be a pilot.
Yeah.
And how I will be there on his first flight.
I am very excited because, yes, we do. We've told him multiple times that whenever he finds out what his first official flight is, his first commercial flight, we want to buy tickets on it. But I'm also excited because there are so many times where I've been on flights and the pilot or the co-pilot come on the PA system and you can't hear a word they're saying. Nope. Justin has years and years of experience in radio and will have the crispest, coolest little... This is your captain speaking. We're going to be
Riley. Did they say their
6,000 feet.
They say their last names?
I don't know. It's a great question. But in the 6 years, I want to go back because we got sidetracked with the person who reminded us that our show celebrated 6 years yesterday.
Yeah, sorry.
So 6 years of doing the Carla Marie Anthony show.
In so many different
as its own entity. We were on Power 93.3. We were on Cube 93.3. We were on Kiss FM. Then we were on a station with no name. Then we were on 6.1 Kiss FM because they switched it. Then we didn't have jobs at all.
Yep.
And now we're here. But I ask you, Carla Marie, in the 6 years of doing the Carla Marie Anthony show, what is one of the memories that sticks out? When someone says you've been the show for 6 years.
Yeah.
What's a memory that sticks out to you?
Everything goes to Power 93.3. Literally, that is the only place that it goes. And so many different things go through my head. Like the time we had a donkey. We brought a donkey in and we
into the office, right?
Into the studio, and we walked around the building with the donkey and told everyone, if you give us $1 and it was for a charity, you can take a picture with
for
the
Autism
donkey.
Speaks.
Yeah, you can take a picture with the donkey. I think about skydiving, make the jump to Power 93.3, and we gave away tickets to skydiving, and we went skydiving 3 times.
Yeah.
Like, physically jumped out of an airplane 3 times.
Okay.
I don't know. There were just like a lot of like in the tiny studio and in the big studio, but all of the happy moments happened before everyone decided to change everything on us.
Yeah. No, Power 93.3, and there were definitely still
Which was
good
3 years ago.
times. There were still good times with some of the other stations we worked on. It was just different.
Yeah.
Power 93.3 was an energy with the whole staff, and Justin, who we mentioned earlier, was the program director of that station. Yeah. And we were super lucky where we had 3 really great program directors in our time on all the different stations. What are you looking at?
I just noticed the TV didn't have something cool.
Yeah, it kept playing commercials on the YouTube video that I had on
We
originally.
have to be those people that pay for YouTube.
We might.
What about you, though?
So I will still probably go back to Power 93.3. And I think the first time we ever did We Day, which is a really cool event. What?
I was just thinking about that the other day.
It's a really cool event that supports high schoolers, and I think possibly some middle schoolers as well, who are doing great things in their community.
Yeah.
So different initiatives that all are started by children, essentially. Mm-hmm. And we got to go on stage and make an announcement. And I'll never forget, we were a pretty new radio station. We were a pretty new show, obviously, probably haven't celebrated our 2nd birthday yet.
No.
And we got to go to Key Arena at the time. That was the first place it was.
Doesn't exist.
In our brand new city, and this was a packed house of screaming kids. Like, we felt like we were One Direction. Mm-hmm. Like, that's how loud it was in this building. And
I think they would have cheered for anyone who walked on that stage.
Absolutely. They probably didn't even know who we were. Although a handful of people did, like, wave and say they listened and stuff like that. But I think that experience of being so scared to go to a new city originally, and then within less than 2 years, being able to take the stage and be recognized and know that we were on the right path, especially in an iconic arena in the city that we moved to. That was a really cool thing.
It was nuts.
Also walking the ring of the Space Needle.
Ooh,
that was the other part.
Real good one. I don't know that we had many top-tier life memories after Power.
No, there were still some cool things. And we still got to meet great people. Right after Power 93.3, we still got to meet Mayhem. We still got to meet our friend Jared and his wife, who are like family now. So there were still good moments.
Yeah.
But Scarves
Up was cool. We got to go.
You gotta explain that.
That was on Kiss, and we got to go on the field and at a Sounders match, and got to be Scarves Up Seattle. That was me. I screamed it, right?
Yeah.
Into a microphone and tell everyone to hold their scarves up.
Yeah, and Scarves Up, a lot of different teams do some sort of like honorary kickoff type thing. I know at Seahawks games, someone raises the flag. It's like Macklemore's raised the flag in the past. It's just a way, it's almost like the first pitch, like the ceremonial first pitch, but you do Scarves Up at a soccer game, or at our soccer games at least. We also did get to throw out a first pitch, which was cool.
At
a minor league, yeah. That was a single A affiliate of the Mariners.
That was cool. Yeah, and we jumped in we didn't end up jumping in the Sound. We jumped in South Lake Union. Maybe we should do something like that when everyone's here for Cocktail District.
Do what?
Well, I don't know when
it's going to be freezing.
Sunday morning. I'm going to be turning 34. I got to do something wild. We're going to wake up hungover Sunday morning, and we're going to jump in the Sound.
That sounds terrible. Yeah, Erica's on the right page there in the chat. It's very cold.
We're going to jump in the Sound right off the pier at Cocktail District. I am probably going to get in trouble.
No, that's not allowed. I don't think that's allowed. Plus, I feel like there's a bunch of jellyfish in there.
Oh, my God, there are. If you've ever been, they only like warm water, I think. It's not warm right now. But if you've ever been on the Great Wheel, which is actually very close to where we are, doing Seattle Cocktail District, you look down, you're like, oh my God, look at all those giant plastic bags in the water. Then you realize they're not plastic bags. They are 6 foot long jellyfish.
Although some of them might actually be plastic
not
bags.
in the Sound. We don't litter here.
Are you kidding me? There's litter everywhere in Seattle. Let's see. I think some people are talking about flying out here for Seattle Cocktail Week, which in Cocktail District.
Seattle Cocktail Club mentioned there is a discounted hotel rate on the website. So
that's awesome. So if you do come in, even if you're driving up from Portland or flying in from Wichita, either way, you can grab yourself a discounted hotel rate, which is fantastic. And all that information, when you go, if you click right now, if you type in !cocktail, that'll take you to the page to buy Cocktail District tickets. But that's also the Seattle Cocktail Club website. So all the information you need will be right there.
And you must use access code CMA to unlock the secret menu.
What else do we have here? Oh, the other thing that's on the list. I love having this list on the screen.
It's great.
Because it kind of holds us accountable. Do you want to do When We Were Young Festival? Should we go in order?
Yeah.
All right. The When We Were Young Festival, if it has not blown up your Instagram or Twitter or Facebook feed yet, you just haven't been on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. It's a festival with all of the biggest or most of the biggest early 2000s pop punk emo bands coming together for one day on a handful of stages in Las Vegas at the Las Vegas Festival Fairgrounds. And I don't think I've ever seen an announcement, a music announcement, take over my social media like that one did.
No.
And I actually looked when they announced the first day, which would have been Tuesday. By the time I got to the Instagram page that was set up for the festival, it had 100,000 followers. Yesterday when I checked, it had 227,000 followers.
You know how many it has now?
What is it at now?
306,000.
That's insane.
And they just launched. So what is it? It is a one-day festival, and they did make some edits. I don't know if you saw this on their Instagram story of information about the show.
Yes.
Because the original thing was like, everyone's like, this is going to be Firefest. It's fake. It's like, no, Firefest was on a fake island. Yeah. This is in Las Vegas at a festival ground where we've gone to several concerts.
Even if somehow the whole festival falls apart, as long as you're in Vegas, you're going to have a good time. It's not like being stranded on a deserted island.
I will say, festivals do scare me a bit at this point, but
that will be fun. You're going to Stagecoach. That's a much bigger festival.
Yeah, but I'm going to be in the back.
Who I just heard from our friend Amanda, who's a programmer and on air in Sacramento, and she does the country station there, which if you listen to the Bobby Bones show in that area, that's her station. She's going to be a Stagecoach.
Okay.
So we're going to hang with her too.
Ricky said, I talked to Avril Lavigne about it the other day, and it's very real.
Cool.
Okay, so what are the hours of this festival? It is 11 a.m. to midnight.
Okay.
So it is now 13 hours long instead of 12. You go up. There will be multiple stages. So it's not just 3 stages like originally planned. There will be multiple, I guess could still be 3, multiple stages. They said, how long will each act be performing? The length of set times will vary. Opening acts will have shorter set lengths, while headlining performances can range up to an hour or more. So there you go. There were a lot of people going around being like, everyone's going to get 20 minutes, which honestly I'd be fine with as long as I got to see all of them.
No, and some of the bands will have 20 minutes because they don't have that many songs. But when you get to Paramore, My Chemical Romance, you're going to be at, and all those like top billing bands, they'll have more than 45 minutes.
Marijuana said, let's make Warped Tour one day and $300. That's essentially what it is. And
it is expensive.
But let's talk about how much the world has changed since then. How much things, like just inflation-wise, last time you went to a Warped Tour, ticket at least doubled.
Yeah, but and listen, it's Vegas. They're obviously the age of the person who's buying this ticket is way higher than the average age of the person who was buying Warped Tour tickets at the time. And it is all the fact that it's one day is going to be exhausting. But according to, like I said earlier, according to my Instagram feed,
so much pain.
I'm gonna know 8,000 people in Las Vegas that weekend. Yeah. And I am really hoping, if you know this, I have Raiders season tickets. I am really hoping that somehow the Raiders and Chiefs game is scheduled for that Sunday, because then I could double up my Vegas trips for 2022. Do it all in one weekend. Hopefully make it out alive.
Listen, this festival could end up being an absolute shit show. It could be a disaster. Who knows? I don't know. These people that are performing are also old at this point.
It's also the biggest promoter in the country is putting it on. It's Live Nation.
Well,
I mean, they at least know what they're doing from years and years of experience.
But I'm thinking that like there needs to be like a midday nap because we're all old now. And then like Advil should do a promotion with like Avril, where like there's free Advil for everyone because I am gonna have a headache. I might even be wearing baby little headphones at this point.
Avril
My
Lavigne
back's
with-
gonna hurt. I was like, literally yesterday, I was thinking, what shoes am I gonna wear to a 13-hour festival?
Avril Lavigne with Advil on the scene.
Yes.
That's what it should be called. Or Advil on the scene with Avril Lavigne.
I don't care what it is. I'll take Advil injections.
Age is just a number, and as that number gets bigger, your body gets weaker. It's unfortunate, really.
I am just Bengay. I'll take Bengay. So it'll be a good time. I'm very excited. I can read you the lineup, but it's a lot.
Well, give us the ones that you're excited for.
My Chemical Romance, Paramore, Taking Back Sunday.
That'll be awesome.
What? I haven't seen them in freaking 15 years. Let's see. Boys Like
I'm
Girls.
excited for AFI.
The Used.
Yeah.
I feel like we're doing an iHeart announcement.
And then
Should we each read-
for people from Jersey, Census Fail is in there. You're also going to see Hawthorne Heights, which will be awesome. We
Jimmy
the
Eat
Kings.
World.
Yeah. There's All Time Low, I believe, is there, right? Or did I misread that?
I don't know. Hawthorne Heights, did you say that?
I did, just now.
Sorry. I was
But
reading.
either way, you can check it out. And for people who do want to go, and we're not affiliated with this thing at all, obviously, but there is a pre-sale code that you can sign up for on the website, and that goes live tomorrow. And as I was reading some of the info, general admission will go on sale after the pre-sale if there are tickets still available. So I believe the entire allotment of tickets
Could go tomorrow.
will be available for the
Tomorrow.
pre-sale. Normally, most concerts do a smaller allotment for the pre-sale.
Yeah, they're not doing that.
But no, everything can be available. So I would suggest if you are thinking about going, grabbing tickets during the pre-sale. Otherwise, there's a good chance they won't be available.
Claire said, how was Fall Out Boy not on there? And originally I was like, well, it's interesting Fall Out Boy's not on here. I'm not sad because I've seen them 3 billion times. And putting them in this festival for me personally would only throw a wrench in things because then I'd feel like I have to go see them. But there's these other bands that I don't
Yeah, but this
normally
isn't
see.
about you. That's not what she was asking.
I think they could be a late addition, but I feel like all of these artists, I don't want to say are irrelevant, but like Fall Out Boy is literally doing a world tour right now for Hella Mega Tour.
Mhm.
They stopped and the next leg starts again.
I think the Canadian leg of the tour starts.
So like, I don't know, it's like a throwback festival in a sense.
Yeah. There's also, it'll be interesting seeing what the two brands, Emo Night Brooklyn and Emo Night LA, do leading up to this. If they do like off-site events in Vegas, which they could do.
We already talked about an event we want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Emo Streamo. And we streamed.
You just gave that idea to everybody.
No, we claimed it. We got the website.
Mark brought up a good point. He said the festival grounds is capped at 84,000. Still a lot of people. But what is Stagecoach? Stagecoach has to be 100,000 because it's the same fairgrounds as Coachella, right?
Yeah, but what? Jordan Puyallup said, have you seen some of the bands posting that they didn't know they were performing at this festival? Can you send me that?
That's funny. Listen, if a couple of them don't make it to the festival, I think we're actually better off.
Yeah.
Get it down to like 50 on 3 stages. The other thing that's on the list that I want to get to. Nope. List is over here. There we go. That list. I can't.
The list is by me. Is all
Yes,
you need
there
to
we go.
remember.
Yesterday I realized how much respect we probably owe our parents from what they dealt with growing up. Now, hear me out. Yesterday, Carla Marie and I had a lot of work stuff we had to do, but also a lot of things that we were doing around the house, donating, like
Errands. All the errands. I mean, come on.
all the errands that you could have done. And I realized back when my parents were raising 3 kids, running their own business, owning their own home, right? And trying to get all of their regular life things done, they didn't have Amazon where like last minute if they said, oh, we don't have this, we can just order it and it'll be here tomorrow.
And
You still physically have to go out to Costco or to ShopRite or wherever and buy it.
to paying bills, they had to sit down with all their bills
Yeah.
and like, okay, balance their checkbook, which I know people still do, but or whatever. I
Yeah.
just look at the list online. Balance their checkbook, write it out, lick the envelope, get it, and now I'm just like click, click, done, or automatic payments.
Yeah.
Like that was a whole nother thing.
Yeah, like right now my cell phone payment just gets, I don't worry about it
Which
ever.
is probably bad. You should look into it sometime.
Well, I did for a while, but then I stopped paying it and it got turned off once or twice. So then I
remember that.
I just said, I'll do the auto payment. And the reason I bring all of this up is I was thinking yesterday as we had to adjust plans, cancel things, how difficult it is to adult when you think about it and what we are asking people to do, right? You're asking people to have a successful business, have a clean home, update all the shit they have to do. Even just signing into an account on social media takes like 5 minutes because you got to do the CAPTCHA thing, post all the little, or click all the little traffic lights and then get a text sent to your phone and then log in. Everything takes forever. And even though everything's so easy.
Feed your kids.
I think we take for granted, and I would love to move back to a time where only one person in the household had to work, right? Whether it's the man or the woman, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we need to go back where only men worked and women were at home.
Man, I'll stay home.
Whatever it is. Because I think life makes way more sense when the responsibilities are, in fact, split, right? Someone goes out and says, hey, I'm going to take care of all the working and making money. You take care of all of the other things that are equally important for us to survive and maintain some sort of mental health in this world. Because the fact that we all have to do all of it now is crazy. Well, and we don't have, it's not like there's kids running around.
Yeah. Could you imagine? There's like you see memes all the time that are like, there is no way you are meant to do all of these things and a 5-day work week. Yeah. Like, even 40 hours a week is insane, but everyone works more than that. So you have a 40-hour work week. You have to have a social life, keep your house clean, cook. Like, what? Yeah. No way.
And the 40-hour work week thing is great if you're only going to a place, clocking in and clocking out, and never interacting with work.
Like, you don't have a work email.
Yeah.
Like, sign me up.
But once you get that work email or your boss has your phone number, especially now that a lot of people are working from home, a lot of those boundaries have been like blurred a little bit.
Yeah. My friend last week took a sick day. He was feeling really sick and legit took a sick day, and boss kept calling him. People kept texting him, all this stuff. And he was like, hey guys, like I have a sick day. And then everyone finally stopped. But it's like, even when you make that boundary, even if when you physically clock in a sick day, people are just like, no boundaries anymore. And it's like, back the fuck up.
But even when you don't have, it's not necessarily even like management's fault sometimes. Sometimes it is. But I remember when we first started working from home, we would be on text threads. It was me, Carla Marie, and one of our bosses, one of our program directors, who, again, we love. Like, I can't say a bad thing about this guy.
We were the problem most times.
But no, it wasn't. I don't think anyone was the problem. When you're home and you don't have that division of like, oh, now I am going home, you lose track of time. And it would actually be our program director who at 8:30 or 9 o'clock would be like, guys, I'm going to stop texting you because I just realized it's 8:30. Yeah. This is crazy. Go do something else other than work. But the reason I just wrote that yesterday was Adulting Stinks was as we were going from Costco to dropping off donations to whatever errands we ran and work we had to do, I just kept thinking, man, I can't imagine doing all of this, also having kids, but not having the advantages, at least, of the internet to get rid of some of these menial tasks that my parents couldn't, like, yeah, at some point the internet came around in my life with my parents, but it was much later on, and it wasn't what we have now. Because even think back 10 years ago and what your iPhone was at the time. Not the same.
No, you had apps.
Yeah.
Like, did we even have Safari when iPhone first came out?
Probably, but it's just crazy. Yeah, what we are expected to do on a daily basis. Oh, Sunala just put in that.
She said, this is the meme I have pinned to my screenshots as a reminder that I'm not failing, the system is failing me. Can you pause it?
Yes,
It says, gentle reminder that the 40-hour work week is outdated and was designed with the assumption someone else was going to always be taking care of cooking, cleaning, and household errands. It was not designed for you to be doing it all, and if you're having a hard time, you are not a failure.
Yeah, and then there's another good, Nick Wax brings up, our parents were not expected to do the volume of work we were. That doesn't mean it wasn't hard work at all.
Oh, of course.
Volume and difficulty are very
different
things.
And they didn't have email. They didn't have people reaching them at all hours of the day.
Yeah. The demand for productivity increases every single day is the last part of Nick Wax's text message. So let me ask you this, Carla Marie. As someone who promotes small business, someone who has been a lot of being like a hardworking, independent woman has been kind of like your brand, right? For lack of a better term.
Right.
Could you go back if someone said, hey, if there was legislation that said if you are in a 2-person household, only one of you can work?
Yeah.
Could you see yourself not working?
Yes.
Why?
But
'Cause I don't think you
not
could.
working to what extent?
No, the legislation is passed.
I can't even post about vibrators on Instagram.
Correct. You can't do it. There's no work. And when I say legislation,
could.
imagine this legislation is like, even if you have a roommate, one of the roommates has
You
to do
pick.
all the
Okay.
household things, and one of the roommates has to do all the work financial things.
Yeah, I would. I at this point in time, if you would have asked me this at 25, I would have been like, "Ew, shut up! I'm never not working. I'm never going
boss
to
ass
give up my
bitch."
career." Yeah, I am a boss, babe. Now I'm like, I just want to sleep, or not actually. But could I volunteer?
Yes.
Okay. Yep. Motley Zoo. I'm coming full time volunteer. I'll clean all the cats and dogs. I don't care.
Okay.
But is also a meme. I don't know who it is. It's a tweet and it's a female. She's like, "Look, I'm not saying women can't work 40-hour weeks and have all the jobs or do all the things. I just don't want to." Or
Yeah.
it's like something like that. It's like, yeah, we all should be entitled to work how we want to work, have the job we want to have, get paid properly. But if I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it.
Yeah. And I think they're two very different things. Saying that some people, whether men or women, don't want to work is totally different than saying all people should have equal opportunity to work. Yeah. Those are two very different arguments to be made. Just because one man or woman doesn't want to work doesn't mean that represents the entire gender.
Larry said, I would be a volunteer firefighter. I would be a volunteer park ranger.
So I don't know if that would work.
Why? It's volunteer.
Yeah, but remember, this imaginary legislation is passed.
I'm not being paid.
Hold on.
Okay.
If this imaginary legislation is passed, one person has to take care of all the work and financial things. The other person, don't forget this part of it, has to take care of all of the home things. So being a park ranger, unless you lived directly next to the park gate,
we would.
I don't know if that would work because you usually have to spend so much time there that your actual legislative responsibilities would suffer. Because remember, this isn't a vacation. You're not like, oh, my roommate or partner is going to work and I can just do whatever I want.
Well, can I use a crock pot?
You can, but then what if, I don't know.
Can I hire cleaning people?
Depends on how much that person who is on the other side of your house is making. At the moment, no.
No, Angela. Wait, I missed the first part. What state is trying to pass this?
No. This is all imaginary.
This is Mars.
This is all imaginary legislation coming off of the very popular meme about the 40-hour work week not being realistic at all.
I'm going to be honest with you, and I've also seen memes that, like, women in the 1950s don't know how good they had it. They just got to stay home all day and cook and bake and not deal with shitty bosses, which, that's a joke. I like, women should be working and doing whatever they want to do. But domestic responsibilities of cooking and cleaning and whatever, you feel so accomplished, and no one is telling you what to do or how to do them. Unless it's either
but
so, like, I don't have a boss that's like emailing me like, the next time you clean, make sure you do this. No, I don't get that. I don't have to be called into a meeting to be told which cleaning product to use.
You do need someone to tell you how to load the dishwasher, though. You're the worst, literally the worst dishwasher loader I have ever seen.
And proud of it.
In my life. There's like bowls on top of one another. Yep. Nothing makes sense.
They get cleaned.
No, they don't. That's the problem. I took out a bowl today and it still had a little gunk on it.
Then put it back in. It's free.
I did. I washed it again.
It's wastewater.
Yeah, load it. And I will say, I don't know if my mom is still in the chat, I think part of the reason I am so strict with the way I load my dishwasher is because my mom was like a drill sergeant when it came to the way you had to load the dishwasher. And again,
I appreciate that. We were not allowed to touch that because we would have done it poorly.
Well, maybe,
so
maybe your mom needed to teach you instead. Dishes were very much our responsibility as kids. Usually, I think I ended up doing a lot of them. Garbage, dishes, that was our responsibility as kids. Obviously, like keeping things clean around the house, or you just got smacked in the back of the head.
Yes, same.
Oh, there's my mom. She said, "You're welcome, Anthony." And I think one of the reasons, when you think about it this way, again, technology advances, right? Washing or dishwashers today, dishwashing machines, are way more powerful and better suited to do their task than they were 15, 20 years ago.
Yeah, we're becoming in Wall-E blobs that sit there and just eat slushies all day, and I can't wait.
But back in 1999 or 2003, if you loaded a dishwasher improperly, that just wasn't getting clean. Like nothing in there. If you blocked one little jet the wrong way, the rest of the dishes were dirty.
Done.
So I think that's why back then it was way more, you had to be a little more concentrated in the way that you loaded a dishwasher.
Listen, we didn't know how good we had it, though, in the 90s. I'll be honest. I would go back to the 90s in a heartbeat.
But imagine if the pandemic hit in the 90s.
I don't care.
We would all lose our minds.
No, we wouldn't have to work, and we'd still get paid, obviously.
No, but I don't know. How would you work? How would you get paid?
You wouldn't. The government would just give you money like they did last
time. Yeah, they're $300 or whatever they gave everybody.
I'm kidding. That's a joke. Oh, my God, don't yell at me.
But think about, no Netflix.
Yeah, we wouldn't be able to have a stream.
No stream. Oh, if we got fired in the 90s, we would have been working in, I don't know, East Bumblefuck, Alaska, just so we could get a paycheck.
No, I would have been a park ranger.
Again, working in East Bumblefuck, Alaska.
I'm telling you right now, if all of this goes to shit, I promise you, mark my words, I am either opening up my own animal rescue, not here, because I'm not competing. I guess I wouldn't be competing with Motley Zoo. I'd be helping.
Yeah.
Opening up my own animal rescue of some sort, or going back to school and becoming a park ranger and making $30,000 a year and just figuring it out. That would make me the happiest thing in the world.
That's the problem. You bring up a good point, though. That is the problem with jobs that are beneficial to everybody and important, like park ranger. Park rangers don't, especially when they start, and for most of their careers, unless you're a chief or not a chief park ranger, like a director of a national park or superintendent, don't make a lot of money, right?
Yeah.
So if you go to school and you end up with, I don't know, $100,000 of debt, but you're only making $25,000 to $45,000 a year as a park ranger, what's the motivation to going to school to have that job that obviously benefits all of us and our earth for such a long time?
The motivation is it's something you enjoy.
But then shouldn't we be paying them more?
Well, yeah. Park rangers are paid so poorly, and they're often put in danger at their job, which is the craziest thing.
This drink is really good, by the way.
Thank you.
I'm not a wine drinker very, very much.
Well, it's got rum in it.
Rum and wine together, specifically 10 to 1. Do you have the bottle?
All right, let's do a quick rundown, because Sap keeps asking, what the hell, I missed the announcement. So
you can relive all of that. There was a whole video. It was 5 minutes long.
We'll do a quick mention in a second. But, so we started the show off having 10 to 1 rum. We had this rum with some wine and hibiscus flowers in there. And Ciara is a, Ciara. I always say Ciara. Ciara is a co-founder and investor in the wine, but the CEO is Mark.
Rum.
Sorry.
Slow down. Think about it.
Rewind it. Okay, so we've been having 10 to 1 white rum today. There is also a darker colored rum as well. And Ciara is a co-founder and investor, but the CEO is Mark Farrell, and he was the youngest vice president at Starbucks.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Done all the cool things, went to MIT. Super smart dude. That's why his rum is awesome. And the whole point of this rum is it's not your spring break rum. You don't have to have it in a frozen drink.
Are you hoping he pays off your student debt? Is that why you're being so nice to the CEO? Oh, look at this guy. He's so cool.
He's so smart.
And if he has any extra money and would like to pay off my student loans.
Oh, yeah. And it's sparkling wine in here, not regular wine.
Let's see. It's sparkling wine for the record. And that was Seattle Cocktail Club.
Yeah, we didn't just pour red wine in here.
So is sparkling wine not champagne?
It's not.
Unless it's from Champagne, France, right?
Yes.
That's the only way. But they're the same thing. It's wine with bubbles.
Brut Bubbles, the one we're drinking.
Yeah, because Brut is if I buy champagne, it's Brut champagne normally. Is there any other difference?
You literally are asking me this question?
I'm just asking in general, and I know Seattle Cocktail Club is in the chat. Is there any actual difference other than where it's made from sparkling wine, between sparkling wine and champagne?
I can't wait to find out the answer. Sap, do not apologize. You ask questions that we do need to hit.
All right. Continue, Carla Marie.
So, yeah, 10-1 rum. Big fans. I am petitioning to get Ciara to come to Seattle Cocktail District to teach us a dance. And we will drink her rum.
That's not happening.
Because the other announcement we had earlier, Sap, is that Anthony and I are hosting all day at Seattle Cocktail District. It's a super cool event on March 5th. And there's like tons of sessions, all the drinks, all the tastings, all the fun things. And we are co-hosting the event with Erica and John, not the cats, the humans, from the Almost On Air podcast, and Ricky from the 20-somethings Doing Nothing podcast, and Jake.
Well, who was formerly of the 20-somethings Doing Nothing podcast, obviously also formerly of Elvis Duran in the Morning Show. But it'll be the first time that we've all been together since we were all partying and live streaming from Erica's grandparents' place
In May.
in
Arizona.
Scottsdale.
So Seattle Cocktail Club said it cannot be called champagne unless it's from Champagne, France.
But that's the only difference, right? That's it.
Yeah. Sure.
Like, I can make the same exact thing in the bathtub over here, or something, however you make wine, and just not call it champagne. What?
The thought of you making it in the bathtub grossed me out for a hot second.
Well, I wouldn't be able to do that because there'd be nowhere else to wash.
Yes.
We only have one shower.
And Sap, I don't know if you plan on buying tickets. If you do !cocktail in the chat, a link will come up. When you go to buy your ticket, it says, do you have an access code? You sure do, or an access key. It is CMA, and that unlocks a secret menu to get your tickets to our
And that's
event.
it, just the letters CMA. Nothing else. You'll scroll all the way to the bottom of the page, and right above where it would say continue, there's a little blue text. There's one that says troubleshoot, and there's one that says, do you have an access code? Click that access code link, type in CMA, and then when you scroll back up, those tickets will be available. It's a little tricky, but that's what you got to do to find the hidden tickets. And what those tickets give you, by the way, it's like a fast pass, and you get 30 minutes
in early
admission.
Yeah.
And we'll be there hanging.
We should do an Instagram reel showing people how to get their ticket and do the thing like how everyone does their Instagram voice that we hate because we have worked in an industry where you have to voice things and you don't sound like that.
I can't.
Then I went over, I can't even do it.
It's so bad. A lot, and they're great videos, and the content's good. The voiceover work on a lot of them is really bad.
It's not voiceover work.
No,
it's
sometimes
regular
they do.
people doing voiceovers is what it is, though.
Yeah, they're voiceover work.
Okay.
Yes. That's why you need like professional voiceover people like our friend Lauren. Let's see.
I am loving Lauren doing random reels on Instagram and voicing them because it's so well done.
Let's see. When I was in Slovenia, I learned there are different methods that can be used to make sparkling wine. There are natural ways and also adding sugar and fermenting. A place that I never thought I'd want to go to just because it never like popped up on my radar, but now I just want to go.
Yeah.
I think we should take the show on the road. Can you give your cats to someone for like a year?
Nope. I'm out.
Okay, can I travel for a year and just like Zoom you wherever I am and do the show? Because I would like to just do like a week in a country and then just move on to another country.
You don't need a year though.
I want to do I want to do as many countries as I can. So I'd only get through like a quarter of them if I did 1 year.
I'm not leaving my cats for a little.
All right. Well, guess
I'd miss a whole
you
year
later.
of their short lives. No, thank you. I don't want to miss a weekend.
Carla Marie the other day was looking up when cats die or when they
I
age
was
or
reading
something
it
and
in
got
a
real upset.
That after age 7 is like when they it sounds so aggressive but not bad. It's like when they start to decline, like they live normal lives and it's like all right, they can start getting old, like becoming old at that point.
So 7 for them is like 30 for humans. 25, 30, that range.
So I was like panicked because the girls turned 5 this year, and I was like, I can't go anywhere ever again.
All right, well, we are done for the day. If you missed the announcement earlier, you want to relive it, we did have Ricky, Jake, Erica, and John all on the show with us.
Yep.
You can watch this video either here on Twitch if you subscribe on this channel or on YouTube. It's youtube.com/Carla Marie Anthony Show. And any link you need will be in the description of this YouTube video as well. And if you're watching on Twitch, you can still use the chat, type in exclamation point cocktail, and you'll get the link to Seattle Cocktail District. Carla Marie, any last words?
Come hang out with us. It's my birthday, March 5th at Seattle Cocktail District. It's going to be the best birthday party ever.
Peace. You look great.
You look great.